America, I have troubling news. It looks like this is just a big cover-up operation and not for the reasons you think. Let me start by showing you what happened the other day that just didn't make any sense to me. When you're going after wasting government, you don't need to shut an entire agency that brings geopolitical stability to the world. And you certainly don't have to dismantle it physically. This is what happens when you want Americans to forget about something. And you certainly don't need to start sharing falsehoods if your case is airtight. And so I started digging and found this. This is the transcript of a statement by Inspector General of USAID Paul Martin given to Congress in September of 2024. And in it, Paul Martin outlines that his office has started an inspection over how Starlink satellite terminals were being used and if an oversight issue was at play. Now remember, the inspection started in May, the statement was made in September, and right in the middle, in July, is when Musk publicly endorsed Trump. The USAID Inspector General's office was looking at the potential misallocation of resources related to Starlink activities and the potential concern over financial arrangements. Now that could be a host of different things, but could also be Starlink, for example, overcharging their rates or other potentially illegitimate practices related to the Starlink contract. And that takes me to this, and more specifically, why two inspector generals in particular were fired. One of them would be this one, Cardell Richardson Sr., who was the inspector general for the State Department, which oversees USAID's activities, including the Starlink contract. And the other one, of course, would be Michael Horowitz, Inspector General for the Department of Justice. He and his office would receive information from USAID about the investigation if the investigation uncovered potential criminal conduct. Now, could this be just a big coincidence? Of course it could, but remember that if it looks like a duck and it walks like a duck, it's probably a South African wannabe despot.